Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we are back again with yet another rank 4 champion showcase, and in this case it is rank 4 Sorcerer Supreme thanks to Sensei, who actually sent in already well edited and compiled video here for us. So it is going to be a bit on the lengthier side, but I do believe it is going to be much worth trying and doing it out. Checking out everything that happens, because Sorcerer Supreme is indeed extremely versatile champion. Now, if there is one biggest kind of like point of critique for Sorcerer Supreme, that is just like many other Mystic champions, she's not necessarily the most friendly champion to Liquid Courage Double Edge, which, you know, is a big deal for some players. For some players, it's not a big deal at all, and that is personally natural. But she definitely does have a ton of utility and ton of value. There are times when she might not be the quickest option to finish out some fights, but there are definitely going to be also times when she's just going to absolutely spam her special attacks and nuke down opponents with her extremely potent level 3s and level 2s. On top of that, increased ability accuracy, a bit of power control, very potent nullify, and obviously blocks for days. And also, you know, very great sustainability. And here we can see that's a nice 107k crit against that King Groot, and obviously a very quick finish of that fight. Now, we do need to add that in this particular lane, there seems to be power reserve involved, and obviously that is going to help her spam her special attacks much more frequently. But then again, as long as opponents do have some avenue to gain buffs themselves, then thanks to Mystic Dispersion and plenty of other matches, she also can pretty much spend the entire day just spamming special attacks without much need to strike the opponents herself. On top of that, she does have passive power gain, which again kind of helps because she is gaining power as special animations are taking place, and she does not necessarily need to land a ton of hits to, you know, get to the next special attack, especially again if there is some sort of buff nullification involved. And here we can see that against this Night Thrasher, again, virtually all of the fight is spent spamming special attacks. We had another nice 100k crit, and now another special attack with 59k crit. And also, in the meanwhile, whilst absolutely wrecking the opponents, Sorcerer Supreme has managed to get all the way back up to close to 100%. And that is one of the coolest things about Sorcerer Supreme, all that block damage mitigation. And you just kind of get to ignore a lot of problem aspects for a ton of fights. If opponents have hard to deck special attacks, if they have like very big amount of block penetration or what have you, you can still hold that block, not worry about opponent's attack, and pretty much immediately regen all the damage you would have taken on the block. Like here, for instance, take a level 2 on the block. Why not? Doesn't matter. It all will work out either way. So here, Nova is going for his heavy attack, but he gets level 2 in the face once again. So, again, most of that level 2 on the block. Wonderful. Just go in for another juicy level 2, 48k crit, 50k non-crit. Those special attacks are definitely putting in quite a lot of work. Obviously, that's partially thanks to the Paradox lane here as well. And that was 158 crit, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Because this line in particular does increase special damage by 30%. So it's 30% for each paradox charge, I believe. Effectively, it gives you 30% prowess for each paradox charge. That being said, even without that, she's definitely capable of putting up some very impressive numbers in right situations. Here, against Kingpin, it might be a bit tricky, though, at times, because Kingpin obviously will keep shrugging off all the debuffs consistently. However, let's see how he gets along. He drops level 1 here. And now at this point, he would probably want to bait out at level 1 with most champions. But with Sorcerer Supreme, it's not necessarily a must, because even if that guy does go unstoppable for a longer amount of time, Sorcerer Supreme is just going to nullify that and everything will be fine. You can nullify that overpower as well and just keep on spamming your special attacks. Obviously, level 2 of 8 on Kingpin can be a bit iffy at times, but here we have 10, 9 paradox charges. He's going for 10th and the fight is over. Actually forgot what you have to do to remove the paradox charges, but here we have Evil Hyperion. Not everybody, but a lot of people like to include this fight because that Hyperion is apparently a bane of existence for a lot of people. And it's kind of become like not a joke, a challenge, or call it as you will, to check whether your champions can deal with that Hyperion. So in this case, we do have Mr. Fantastic pre-fight ability active, just to reduce that power gain initially. It does seem that he's going to let those pre-fights drop off right here, though. But we have nullification, we have slow, and we have some innate power control in Sorcerer Supreme as well, which at times can be extremely helpful because you can launch a special attack when opponent is at 3 bars of power, do all the damage, push opponents powered all the way to the 3 bars, and then with the last hit, it will drain. And power steal is really underrated and can save you in situations like this, as we can see here. This is exactly what I talked about. Thanks to that power steal, he did still manage to push Hyperion to level 3 and get him away from that level 3 to a point where he avoided getting special 3 in face. So here he's going to go for another level 1, primarily to nullify that power gain that he gained. And here he's going to want to nullify the next one as well. And another one, and the Hyperion does get a lot of power gain there. And now he would ideally get to bait out at level 2. Again, nullify the power gains. Bait out level 2 from Hyperion, go for level 2 of your own, get that armor break back up to do more damage. Unfortunately, it didn't crit and move to armor phase. There is a very noticeable difference in damage, especially if your special attacks pending in which of your blessings you are in. And obviously, you do ideally want to be in your Fury, your attack blessing when you are landing big level 2s, because it does significantly improve the damage output, even if you don't crit. But the fight's done with 100%. Invade path in 711. So Invade is obviously one of those lanes where you have basically 2 strategies, maybe 3. One of the strategies is use champions that do a ton of damage in opponent's block, like Corvus, and basically utilize Invade defensively. Second one is to use champions that either have indestructibles, like Killmonger, for instance, that still allows you to block safely, or can deal with bypassing that block damage, like, I know, Elsa Bloodstone, for instance, or Mr. Negative. But this is also an option to deal with it in Invade. You just kind of take that block damage and then regen it all back. This is quite nice to be able to do that. Obviously, in this case, you do not necessarily benefit from the increase in damage that you would get by hitting opponent's block. However, as he says, it is extremely satisfying to see your health bar just kind of bounce back and forward. So you can see you still don't get quite back full healing, but combined with the amount of heal that you get, from the regen passives that are on you, normally still works out just fine. He has taken so much block damage, he's still at 80-some%, 83 here in this case, triggering another regen passive. And, if he stopped taking all of those hits in block on purpose all the time, I'm sure he would easily make it back to 3 bars of power. Doesn't seem that he's interested in getting back to 100% at the moment. He's just having fun taking all the block damage in the world. It'll be very interesting to see Sorcerer Supreme on Invade Gimme path, because that'll be a very effective way how to trigger Gimme as well. Just take a ton of damage on the block. Ooh, that was very harsh hit there on the block. There was a lot of damage on the block. However, again, vast majority of that just gets healed back up. Again, he could have done this fight quicker, 100%. I think he's just getting carried away, having fun, watching his health bar bounce up and down. Now, he did end up losing 32% of the health in this fight, but obviously if you add up all the block damage, then it'll be significantly more. And here we have Labyrinth of Legends, Old Man Logan. He skipped to the bit where Old Man Logan actually starts getting some buffs, and he can start throwing plenty of special attacks and start stacking up his armor breaks. I do want to see, like, without any enhancements, how much damage can she output in, fairly good, decent, buff heavy matchup. So he's going for another level 2 here. At the moment, 4 armor breaks. Fine. He will want to throw his level 1 pro. No, he throws the level 2 just in time. Just under 3 bars of power. Wonderful. So he's going to try and go for another level 2. Unfortunately, that armor break pause has expired. Still, there's 5 armor breaks. Let's see. So 5 armor breaks. Special 2 is already crit for above 50k, which is fine. He's going to go for another level 2 here. Again, utilizing that nice power steal that Sorcerer Supreme has. 6 armor breaks. Wonderful. 7 armor breaks. 49k non-crit. Very good. 11k non-crit mediums. 29k medium crit. Very beautiful. Fortunately, he's going to lose a couple of armor breaks here, but he manages to pause them, get a few back up as well. So he ideally wants Old Man Logan at this point to have a fair bit amount of power as well, just so he can steal it and get to his level 2 quicker. He's back up to 7 armor breaks. Wonderful. 50k non-crit. That's solid. He really needs... this is the annoying bit. But wait. As we were enjoying all this carnage, as we're enjoying all this damage, Old Man Logan's already at 21%. Old Man Logan's already at 21%, so there's not too much left. 18% now. Unfortunately, several of the armor breaks do fall off. But it's fine. He's just going to have to rebuild them back up. So he's going to go for level 2 here. That's fine. Old Man Logan absolutely, definitely has to throw his level 2 now. Come on, throw that level 2. And he's going for level 2 of his own, only with 2 armor breaks here in this case though. So the big number phase is kind of over. We just need to see how long is it going to take to finish it off. Because, you know, stuff happens. But we're fine here. He's again going for another level 2, get the 3rd armor break on, and that again would have been 50k crit. Wonderful. Full yellow bar finish. And those were some very nice numbers. 163 hits in total. Not too bad at all for Labyrinth of Legends opponent. Not too bad. Now he's going up against a hefty Nova. And yeah, Sorcerer Supreme is a very great option for Nova as well, obviously, because Nova is cosmic. He gains buffs that you can nullify. You don't need to worry about dexing the special attacks. You can just have fun taking all of those hits on block and, you know, all the other good stuff there. So here we see Nova does have a power gain active, which is fine. He actually decks the level 2. Sweet. I'm not that confident myself dexing Nova's level 2. I typically do take it on the block and just be done with it. So here we can see that once again he starts nullifying Nova's buffs. Wonderful. Going for a level 2. He will have Prowess here active. Super. That Prowess is coming from a synergy, I think, with Symbiote Supreme. I forgot how potent the Prowess is, but it's a neat way how to enhance her special attack damage with a Symbiote Supreme synergy. Right. Every time you gain a bar of power, you basically gain 1 Prowess thanks to that synergy, and whenever you use special attack, you lose that Prowess that you gained. So you can get up to 3 if you're going from 0 bars to 3 bars. And here we go. That Nova is almost dead. I think one more... No, this is an armor phase, so this might not finish it. And the damage is kind of, again, very cyclical based on which phase you are in. And obviously, if you are in Fury base, you do significantly more damage than you otherwise would have. And here we are. 1 dead Nova. And again, perfectly shiny, full yellow bar. 744 Annihilus boss. Okay, so this Annihilus boss can effectively go unblockable for the vast majority of the fight. But the coolest thing fighting against Annihilus, obviously, with Mystic Champions is if you nullify his rod, he gains 3 Fury buffs that are all ripe for nullification as well. And in that way, you can just end up feeding your Mystic Dispersion over and over again. Because you nullify his rod, that's 1 buff. Then you nullify 3 Furies, that's, you know, 4 buffs nullified. And then around that time, his rod comes back and is ready to be nullified again. And obviously, with Sorcerer Supreme, you have very little issue or problem kind of pushing Annihilus to 2 bars of power, because you can just take all of that special attack on the block and not worry about any and all chip damage. You can see that it would have been a lot of damage, but he's already back at 3 bars of power. Fortunately, he does take few hits to the face, not the biggest problem. Again, those regions are just going to take care of that by themselves. And here we have 43k crit. It's taking a few of these and a block. Why not? And Again, I think he's just gonna go for level 2 on the heavy attack. Why did that unstoppable trigger though? That's a good question. Why did that? I don't think he dashed back there. I don't think he dashed back. I think he got bamboozled by Kabam. I genuinely believe he got bamboozled by Kabam. But it's fine. It's fine if Kabam wants to play them games. Kabam can play them games. So now he's gonna again take that level 2 and block. Not a big deal at all. And here we are. Will he throw his level 1? No, he's gonna go for level 2 and more damage. Fair play. But again, if he isn't dashing back on that hit, that's a bit strange. Is he having 2 rods? Does that guy have 3 rods? I don't think that's right. How can Annihilus have 4 cosmic rods? Somebody explain this one to me. I think this fight had some bamboozlery going on. 742 Arcane Zeal Power Shield 2.0. Ooh, the Power Shield 2.0. This should be quite interesting. This should indeed be quite interesting. I have thoroughly enjoyed this showcase. I like Sorcerer Supreme a lot, and I do use her a bunch, but I haven't been using her too much recently, primarily because I have been having Liquid Courage and Double Edge on for the most part. But Arcane Zeal, obviously, so here we go. 315k special attack thanks to Power Shield 2 and those prowesses that you get from Arcane Zeal. That's not too bad at all. I remember bringing in Sorcerer Supreme in Incursions when she initially came out, and she's so good in Incursions. She's really, really, really good Incursion champion, in case you haven't tried. She really can get you to very high rooms thanks to absorbing all the block damage, thanks to all of those nodes that can increase your damage output based on the debuffs that opponents have, and, you know, all of those prowess nodes and everything else that you have there. She can put in some very good amount of work in Incursions, without a doubt. But that is it here. I believe this is where the video recording cuts off. And we again need to say huge, huge, huge thank you to Sensei. Actually, no, this is weird, because why did it stop there? Why did it stop there? There's, I think, something wrong with the clip. Oh, yeah. Well, why did it stop there? We should have, yeah, again, that's odd. Might be something wrong with the download. Oh, well. Oh, well. But I do believe we did get to see some awesome bits. I liked this bit. I want to, again, pay attention to the damage that she does with her medium hits and, you know, regular hits and crits. Because it is quite impressive once you have 6-7 armor breaks on the opponent. You can see that you crit for 26k medium when you're in your Fury phase. 26k medium is not too bad. 11k non-crit, 18k light crit, 29k medium crit. Sorcerer Supreme. It's quite sweet. It's quite sweet if you ask me. Right. Unfortunately, it does seem that the last 4 minutes of the video did somehow get corrupted here. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the showcase of Rank 4 Sorcerer Supreme. And yeah, huge thank you to Sensei for sending it in. And I will catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the